Good afternoon, students. This is your another class of Oracle. It is the class 4. In previous classes, we have discussed about many concepts of Oracle and how to use Oracle, how as a database package, it has given different features to provide support to the users. Today, we'll discuss about the benefits of Oracle. What benefits we are going to get out of it? One major benefit of it is the performance. It provides multiple databases to support. It provides different additions. It provides clusters, and the clustering services are going to be benefited to the database users most. Failure recovery. When the data is stored in the form of databases, large amount of data is stored, large amount of data is being manipulated, it is supposed to face failures. So the failure and recovery features are also one of the major benefit of it. PL/SQL support that is going to benefit a lot to the database users. The performance is the major benefit of Oracle. The RDBMS features, the RDBMS additions provides the database users a good performance over different point of time by supporting different query processing operations to be allowed to make the users benefited. It has effective methodologies to enhance its performance. The principles of reaching at high performances make it more benefited for the user to use it. The features of retrieving data in an efficient manner and modifying the data as per the requirement of the user is supported by the database systems through Oracle. So it is highly benefited for the users. Data storing, data manipulations, data retrieval should be quickly and easily provided to the user, because of which the performance of the database systems will be enhanced, and Oracle provides all these supports. Got it? Multiple database. Use of multiple databases are also one of the major benefits of Oracle. Using multiple databases, managing multiple databases can be done by managing multiple data instances. Handling multiple data instances supports multiple database to avail. From different locations, different users are going to manipulate the data. A single server is there to operate the data. When multiple users are being updating the system and multiple databases are to be managed, then the server should support it, and the Oracle in its benefits adds the feature of multiple database handling measures, because of which it is highly usable by the user. Got it? That multiple database management also can be done when there are CPU allocations for servers running on multiple database and multiple data instances systems, so that the users can be benefited from any location. Additions. The different additions of Oracle helps the user to purchase and use for their application requirements, by using which the updations and latest feature utilizations can be perfectly available. The extra benefits of the database, the additions of the database, the upgradation features of the database you can get in the latest editions of it. And the latest features present in the latest editions helps the user to gain more and more benefits. Got it? And the support of editions make it benefited to support to the user from different angles. Got it? The clusters for providing high data maintenance features, Oracle uses real application clustering services. So when the real application clustering is performed, it supports the database users to deal with large amount of data available in clusters and manage them very well. Clusters data means group of similar type of data items present at in a huge number, and manipulation, updation, management of all those data are also highly important. And the clustering features provides the Oracle to support the users from different angles to do their actions very well. Got it? The clustering support provides the database users for scaling the database over multiple instances, for load balancing purposes also. When large number of data is to be operated also, load balancing feature should be available so that the proper availability of data at proper time can be supported. Got it? Data redundancy and availability are also supported through the clustering systems. When large amount of data are stored, there is supposed to face redundancy of data. There is supposed to have data inconsistency situations, and the clustering features provide this benefit of managing redundant data to be controlled and maintaining consistency also. Got it? And flexibility to increase processing capability is also enhanced through the clustering techniques. Got it? Oracle provides these features, and this due to these features, the flexibility also can be maintained, because the clustering of similar type of information at a right moment is very important to flexibly manage the information required at a particular moment. Got it? Then next is your failure and recovery. When your data is stored in large amount, it is supposed to face failure at some moment. When the data failure occurs, there is supposed to have data loss. There may be many of the features created, or many of the benefits created, or many type of database supports available may be lost at some moment. So if failure occurs at any case, then the recovery benefits of Oracle provides recovering the information, retrieving the lost information, and manage the data in a proper manner. Got it? One of the major benefits of Oracle is the support for PLSQL, Procedural Language Structured Query Language. This is the procedural language construct where we can write the query using different programming constructs. The programming language structured query can help to perform clustering of information and execute the clustered information in a proper manner. Got it? Through Oracle's PLSQL support, you can write certain procedures, you can create triggers, cursors, and provide the database to get feature out of it. store large amount of data at proper time, manage large amount of data in a proper manner, handle the data in a proper movement, in a proper methodology. Got it? These are the benefits of Oracle. Through the benefits of Oracle, you are going to appreciate the use of different database construct a lot also. When the database management software is prepared as a product, it contains an organized collection of information. And the data stored in an organized manner also helpful to store effective information effectively and manage those as and when required in which manner. It is also providing to it also provides high performance rate and also restricts unauthorized access to occur. It also supports failures to be recovered and regain our lost informations. The Oracle as a database management system is a software solution that helps to use and manage the database operations very well, from personal to enterprise level of applications. For any personal requirement also those can be helpful. For an enterprise or for any organization also, if anything required, if any database queries are there, if any database operations are required, all those can be managed very well. Even any organization nowadays are dealing with the database systems. They have lot many amount of data with them to store, manage, operate as and when they are required. And for supporting all their actions, Oracle as a good database management product helps the user. Got it? And Oracle at his level supports different versions inside it, and the versions of Oracle provided different advanced features as per their evolutions. You can say versions as V, in the form of V it is written versions, and the versions you can say at the oldest version you will get very less features in Oracle, and the database requirements are very loosely operated, and the implementation of databases in performing the actions of the users at any level are managed very lightly at different organizations. In the subsequent versions of Oracle, the added features into it have enhanced its workability and dedication towards database management systems. Got it? So let us have a view on different versions of Oracle. The oldest version of Oracle was your Oracle V2. Oracle version 2, which is created at first at the beginning. Oracle version 2 was introduced, and it was the first commercially available SQL RDBMS, in which the Oracle's SQL queries can be operated. How to create databases, how to store data into the databases, and how to manage data inside it using different join operations also supported in its first version. And the first version was launched in the year 1979. Got it? The next version, that is Oracle V3, introduced in the year 1983. And in this version, the concurrency control feature and scalability feature of database system have been added into it. Got it? The concurrency control provided the data to be stored more securely by managing the concurrency features. And the database became more scalable so that for different locations at different action of time, the databases can be created and being operated by the users. Got it? In Oracle version 4, we have got more additional features, and it was launched in the year 1984. And in Oracle version 4, we have got one additional feature, that is compatibility with the MS-DOS operating system of Microsoft. MS-DOS operating system, which is a very common usable operating system. It is the command user interface that is present in every computer almost, in order to support the command user interface to create, use different command lines and execute. You can easily handle the database at its base level. And the support of MS-DOS operating system is available in the Oracle's version 4. Got it? And in Oracle version 5, in the next subsequent year, that is in the 1985, Oracle version 5 have been launched, in which the client server computing have been introduced. Client server computing means what? Where there is a server, number of clients are available. The clients are having different activities at their level, and they are doing their actions at their site, and they are dealing through the server between one another in order to share their information and work as a group. The client server architecture have been added in Oracle's version 5 in 1985. Also with this, the distributed database systems are also have been launched in the same version. Distributed database systems are added with more features. That is, one different storage devices are attached to it, and different type of actions are carried out by number of users, and all those actions can be distributed through multiple computers located in the same physical location. Got it? Distributed database systems are nowadays very important, and the distributed database systems are dealing with different database systems at different locations. The data will be stored in number of systems, and data can be shared and executed by number of users. And the support for this have been added in the Oracle's version 5. Got it? Then in the next subsequent version, Oracle version 6, we have got more feature of row level locking feature and online backup and recovery systems. And these features have been added in Oracle version 6 in the year 1988. Got it? What does it mean when your database are created? Though when the data is being stored at different locations, the data must be kept in a secured manner. To keep the data security, maintain the security in a well-performed manner, the row level locking features are available. Got it? So that the data failure when occurs, then it can be easily recovered. The backup supports are also added in this version. Got it? And in Oracle 7, we got featured regarding the stored procedures. In Oracle 7, the stored procedures made use of the PLSQL, programming language, structured query language. And the use of PLSQL helped the user in creating different programs, group of programs, stored programs, so that the program code can be reusable. Number of data, large amount of data in a well-planned manner, well-performed manner can be stored and manipulated properly through programs. Got it? And the data can be also more secured using the stored procedures, using which we can also get support of utilization of triggers, cursors in the programming constructs. Got it? Then in the next subsequent version of Oracle 8, uh, in the year June 1997, Oracle 8 have been introduced, and it has been further upgraded with internet in Oracle 8i, which has the internet related features. The databases can be connected through internet. The data can be more secured, and the data can be shared between different computers in the distributed systems using the internet. Got it? So the utilization and featured uh, applications of database systems became available in Oracle's 8 and 8i versions. Got it? Then in the Oracle 9i, we got it in the year 2001. And here we have introduced with real application clustering features. The creation of clusters, managing clustering activities, storing large amount of data in a proper manner, structuration of data in a proper manner can be done through the clustering features. And the clustering facilities become added in Oracle 9i version. A real application clustering, Oracle's RAC, became introduced in this version. Got it? Using which the more secured database environment have been available, and high availability of data at different locations at a right moment also can be available. Got it? It also supports multiple computers to run, so that the data can be distributed among different computers through internet. Got it? And simultaneously, we can use number of computers while dealing with a single database. A single database can be distributed among number of computers. So the data can be shared and used by multiple users at a time. Got it? So this benefit have been introduced in Oracle's 9i version. Got it? In the next version of Oracle 10G, in Oracle 10G, we have got features of your grid computing activities. G stand for grid computing. The benefits of grid computing have been added in Oracle 10G version. Got it? The Oracle 10G version supports the grid computing feature, in which your application testing, online indexing, and transparent data encryption features can be available. In the year 2003, grid computing feature have been added, and the year 2005, more featured activities of grid computing have been added. Got it? And next, your Oracle 11G. In Oracle 11G, more benefits of grid computing we have got in 2007. And SQL tuning, and creating active data guard facility have been added in Oracle 11G version. Got it? Here, when your grid computing is in use, there is a utilization of large amount of data, management of large amount of data is there. So your support for a data guard is highly important, and creating and utilization of data guard have been added in the 11G feature. It is supported with the GUI, graphical user interface, and also CUI, command user interface, for managing the data guard features. Got it? So that it can be easy, flexible for the user to use it. And it is further upgraded in August 2013 with more feature to support clustered database servers. Okay, clustered database servers are being more helpful for storing large amount of data in a clustered manner in a single server and provide the benefits to the clients whenever they require it, which moment. Got it? You mind it? What are the previous features are present that will be present, and the next version of it will contain more feature than the prior features. Got it? So in Oracle 12C, more features than the previous versions have been added in same 2013, that is dealing with cloud computing support. Got it? Cloud computing is nowadays too much used when there is the case of storing purposes comes. Physical storage may be a drawback for lot many data to be operated. Physical storage may be lost at some moments. So in order to remove that and maintain the data very well, the cloud computing feature became very popular, and the features of cloud computing, services of cloud computing became available in the 12C version. Got it? In our 12C version, the latest features of cloud services and dealing with cloud at customer features are also became added into it. Got it? And the next subsequent version, that is Oracle's 18C, have been launched in the year February 2018, in which more advanced features of cloud services have been added and more improvements have been made by adding the support for polymorphic table functions. And in the next version of Oracle 19C, more featured benefits have been added. Those are your utilization of cloud services directly in order to maintain the data and providing the database support. Got it? Today we have learned about the benefits of Oracle and how the benefits of Oracle we are receiving. We are using different versions of Oracle, and the benefits present in the Oracle are gained in the next subsequent versions of it. As per the present day requirements of the users and present day requirements of the database management, the features have been added into the next subsequent versions. And when your computer is loaded with a latest version of Oracle, then it is going to support the user directly in different regards to manage and deal with the data very frequently. Whenever the database users are there, they are needing the database to be managed very well. The data should be securely stored. The data should be perfectly stored. The data should be stored in an organized manner so that the data will not be lost. The data can be easily retrieved. The data can be easily shown to the user. Any actions to be made inside the database, whether in a single user system or a multi-user system, can be easily managed through the Oracle support. So the RDBMS major benefits you can gain at present day, that is Oracle's 18C version. Moreover, people use it in order to make their actions comfortably. In different personal organization, personal user site also, they use Oracle's 12c in order to deal with cloud, to store, manage the database actions, and also the enterprises uses the 18c versions in order to deal with their data more securely and more efficiently. Got it? In the next video of your Oracle class, we'll learn about more features of Oracle and what are the query languages to write in Oracle. Got it? Thank you.